So many West Australians have been cooperative and understanding, which is exactly what we need right now. This has been a rapidly evolving situation. I know it has been difficult and I know it has been frustrating. But if we can all work together and do the right thing over the next few days, we'll increase our chances of stopping the virus in its tracks, just like we have done before. The early signs have been encouraging. People have largely listened to the instructions and done the right thing. I noticed this morning many people undertaking the permitted 1 hour of exercise and they are wearing masks. I'd like to say thank you. I've also noticed people supporting our small businesses that are open for takeaway. I encourage everyone to support our small businesses as much as possible over the next few days. Last night, the goodwill of people was on full display at both the Perth Wildcats and Western Force games. The majority of people decided to stay home, but those who went were spread out, wore masks and followed the COVID-safe principles. It was good to see, and I'd like to say thank you. We need to keep it up at least until midnight Monday for now, while we keep monitoring the situation. As you know, since the Melbourne man who had completed hotel quarantine and had subsequently returned a positive test, our contact tracing and testing teams have swung into action. Overnight, Western Australia recorded 2 cases of COVID-19. This includes the one local case of a woman in her 40s who was the close contact of the Victorian man that we reported yesterday. The other relates to a woman in her 50s who was a returned traveller from India in hotel quarantine. This means there are no new local cases of COVID-19 other than those ones we reported yesterday. Yesterday, 2,588 tests were conducted at our public COVID clinics. Understandably, a lot of these tests were done in the afternoon and into the evening, where our clinics stayed open until 10 p.m. For context, only 368 tests were completed last Friday, so yesterday's testing numbers are welcomed. These numbers do not include the private testing clinics, but we are working with them to get the information on how many tests were conducted there. We need many more tests to be done. This is crucial to give us the data and certainty to look beyond this lockdown. So please get tested. If you have been to one of the exposure locations, or even if you're feeling unwell, please go and get tested. The Health Minister will talk more about this. There has been extensive testing of the close contacts of the 2 positive cases, the Victorian man and the WA woman, and this will continue. In total to date, we've identified 337 contacts, including 71 close contacts, all of which have been tested or will be today and will remain in quarantine. So far, 27 close contacts have tested negative. There are currently 109 casual contacts, with 60 of those returning a negative result so far. In addition, there are currently 157 other contacts, which are pending classification by our public health team. As the contact tracing team does further work, the number of contacts will increase. I want to say a big thank you to our contact tracing teams, who have been doing an outstanding job in extreme circumstances. Their work is so important to our success right now, so thank you. These are encouraging signs, but it's still early days. I'll just repeat, anyone who has visited the list of potential exposure sites should get tested immediately and isolate. The full list of the exposure sites can be viewed on the Healthy WA website. This list will be updated when any new potential exposure locations are being added. So I ask everyone to keep an eye on the website. As I've said, it's very encouraging to see people listening to the advice around masks. We need to keep it up for as long as needed to help prevent any potential spread. I want to assure West Australians that we have a large number of masks available. I understand there are people who, for whatever reason, have not been able to purchase a mask at this point. Police will be taking a common sense approach in these situations. The Police Commissioner can talk more about this. Can I thank the police officers for the role they are playing and for helping provide masks to people who do not have one. Again, if you're in the Perth and Peel regions since April 17 and you're now in another region, mandatory masks apply to you as well. So please put your face mask on when you go out in public.